My name is Anthony Kersting, and I'll be going to Sacred Heart Major Seminary for Pre-Theology 1. I grew up in a large Catholic family in Napa, California. I have 7 siblings, and my parents are very solid Catholics, practicing Catholics. My parents helped found a Catholic grade school and high school in Napa back in 1995, just after I was born, and all my siblings had gone there, and I went there as well. Prayer was always a big part of our family life. Mass was always at the center of our Sunday, and actually for Christmas, my family was large enough that we would be the Christmas choir for one of the morning masses on Sunday morning for Christmas morning, and that was always great. We would pick out the hymns with my dad and practice them beforehand, and some of us would get little solos or verses on our own. I always knew from the witness of my parents that the faith was the most important thing in our lives, and it should always come first. So that was a great blessing to have. Priesthood was always something that I was aware of, and especially since I have 6 brothers, it was always sort of a question. My mom was like, well, one of you has to be a priest, at least. And I always thought, well, maybe one of my brothers' mom, maybe not me. But it was something I had sort of somewhat dismissed, actually, in high school, and I didn't really come back to the question till after graduating college. And then that was when I finally started to consider it seriously. I've been attending the University Catholic Center on the UW campus for the past 2 years. I'm not technically a parishioner there because the only parishioners are UW students and staff and their spouses. But it's become like my home parish, and they really have been taking care of me, and the pastor has been very supportive and pretty influential in my path to entering the seminary for the diocese. I learned right off the bat that what St. Paul's, what their goal is to teach students how to pray. And I knew right away that was where I should be, and that was really the school of prayer that I needed at the time to really undo these knots and these tensions that I was feeling interiorly about priesthood. So I really put that question on the back burner for the time being, and just really tried to learn how to pray. St. Paul's is a great environment for it. You have people praying with you during the holy hour in the morning, and you have daily mass and rosary and morning prayer. And so it was a really good environment to learn that. And as I learned the habit of prayer, a lot of these tensions that I was feeling, these non-negotiables, just sort of, they didn't disappear, but they stopped being non-negotiables. And I was really able to let go of them and to see more clearly what God was asking from me. I think the best advice I could give someone who's discerning the priesthood is not to get caught up in, am I called to priesthood or am I called to marriage, and have them duke it out, but rather to trust God and to come to Him in prayer and to present those things which are inside. Am I struggling with this thing? God, I'm struggling with this. Is this an obstacle for me? God, this is I really can't get over this. And then also because when we look inside, it can feel like it's hard to understand what's going on there. And so to really ask God to shed His light on that and to reveal yourself to yourself, and then to present that back to God and say, God, what would you have me do? The Catholic faith is just so deep and far-reaching that it really helps you in every avenue of your life. And I think what I'm most looking forward to, if I become a priest, God willing, is to share that with people so that they can really find that purpose and meaning in their life and let the gospel and the life of Christ just permeate in all that they do.